United States of America.
It makes me so sad when I hear Black Americans saying that they want to leave this country, all because it's getting too tough. It's getting too wrong, and life here is beginning to be wrong. And I'm like, number one, why would you want to leave your own country? Why would you want to leave your country that your ancestors built for you? Why would you want to leave this country that you own? Black people owns this country. We own it. We were the one that created it. We were the one that built it. We owned this country. Before it became invaded and it became into what it is today, Black people own the United States. The United States is one of the oldest, most ancient, vintage countries on the planet. And Black people owned it. Black people is the most oldest, vintage people, historical people on this planet. So we basically own damn near everything, not just America. And what makes me sad is that when I hear Black people saying, oh, I want to leave it. Why would you want to abandon your own country? Because it's too tough. But meanwhile, all these celebrities that you see, they are willing to leave their own country so they can go somewhere and get treated better. But you got people like us, we don't have the kind of money to just up and flee and go to another country and live a whole life. But if you notice, these Black people that got millions and billions of dollars that wants to flee America, they got enough money to help rebuild America. But they're not going to take their money and rebuild a country that they know belongs to them. They'd rather take their millions and they build it and go to another country and make that country rich, instead of taking their own country back and saying, this is our country. We're going to rebuild it. We're going to throw all the trash away and rebuild it. Because this country was built off of our ancestors. And when they built it, it means it comes down to us. So I'm not going to sit here and go to another country when I don't know nothing about their heritage. I don't know nothing about their culture. I don't know nothing about these people. But I'm going to go over there to their country because I get treated nice. But here in America, I know that my people built it. I know that my people own it. It took the blood of my people. It took the hearts and the spirits of my own people to build this country. And that spirit that was in these people, these Black people that built this country, it resides in me. I don't give a fuck how much we was enslaved. I don't give a fuck how much badly we were raped, we were lynched. None of them got change. None of them. And if you look at us today in modern day as Black people, we are still being enslaved. We just not being lynched as much. We are not being beaten as much. But we are still getting beaten. We are still getting raped. We are still getting lynched in our own country in year 2025. And to this day, it's the spirit in me. It's the blood in me that keeps me strong. I'm not going to run away. It's either I got two options. I'm either going to fight these motherfuckers and take my country back, or I'm just going to leave and abandon my country that my ancestors and my family worked so hard for. Because at the end of the day, who I really am in this country, I am a goddess. The Black people that built this country and worked on this country, they were God and goddesses that built this country. They owned it. They were rich. And I come from them spiritually. My bloodline comes from them. So even though that we are invaded and they are treating us this way and our country is not what it used to be, at the end of the day, my spirit dwells here. My bloodline dwells here. That means I belongs here. Now, since I don't have enough power to take over my country and rebuild it back the way that it is, I know if I go over to another country, I'm not a goddess there. I don't own nothing over there. I don't know their heritage. I don't know their culture. I don't know their background. I don't know nothing. I am just a visitor. And even though they treat me great over there, they treat me well, at the end of the day, I am not one of them. If I go over there to China and they treat me like royalty, they take pictures, they make me feel beautiful, at the end of the day, I am not Chinese. I am not one of them. I don't know their culture. I don't know their history. I don't know their essence. At the end of the day, I am always going to be a black American over there. So anything that goes on in their country, they just going to shun me to the side because you ain't one of us. I know we treat you good, sister, but you ain't one of us. But in America, I know my people owns it. My people built it. And even though they are turning our countries into shambles, I'd rather die here before I let you run me out of my own country. I'd rather die here. Because at least you ain't going to have another black goddess somewhere else. Because if you leave this country, that means you're going to be somewhere else and you are going to be basically denounced. Because in America, I am a goddess here. I am a goddess here. That's why they treat me this way. Black Americans is not treated this way because we are slaves and because we are black and we are brown and we are ugly and we came from monkeys. Black people is treated the way we are treated over here in the United States because we are the gods and the goddesses of this country. So they got to treat us like animals to keep us away from not knowing and thinking who we are. And you think I want to leave what my family built and passed down to me? I'm going to abandon it because we got some animal to taking over? I'd rather die here. Because if you go to any other country, they're not going to treat you like the royalty that you came from. You're going to be treated like a visitor. And before I leave my country and go to another country where I'd rather die here. So if you killed all of my offsprings, you killed all of my ancestors, that means there will never be another ancestors walking this country. There will never be another god and goddess walking through this country. If you are going to take this country and I don't have enough power to rebuild it, I'd rather die here. Because you're not going to have me walking on any other grounds. I am a goddess here. It was passed down to me to be a goddess. It was passed down to me to own it. And I'm going to die here. I'm going to die with my crown of ownership in this land, on this country. Because it was spiritually given to me. It was given to me by my blood. You got all these millionaires and billionaires, black people talking about leaving the United States because they getting treated so bad. You don't hear none of them talking, well, let me take my billions of dollars and try to rebuild as much as I can. Because they not allowed to. Because the contract they signed saying, even though you own this country and it belongs to you, you better not rebuild on it. Go somewhere else. I am not controlled like them. So if the fact that you can't control me in my own country, the fact that you can't control me in my own shit that my family built, kill me, motherfucker. Because I ain't going nowhere. I'd rather die in the country that was built just for me. I'd rather die in the spirituality of those people that built this land just for me. I'm not going nowhere. I don't give a fuck if I did have the money. I ain't going nowhere. I can visit other places. I can do that. But my home is in America. My spirituality is in America. My blood is in America. And before you think you're going to change me or send me somewhere else, kill me. Because you would never have another Ajita walking along these other countries and nations. Because once I die, it ain't going to be no more gods.